Do we need to talk about 5G before we go into vaccines?
Right. Well, yeah, 5G, we talked about this. And of course, the mainstream media are going to misrepresent you. Of course they are. It's their job. But, many people in the alternative media have misrepresented what I said. I'm hearing that I'm saying 5G has caused the virus. Well, that would be difficult, wouldn't it? Because I'm saying there is no virus. So how can I be saying that 5G is causing it? Don't be an idiot. What I said when we talked before about 5G seems to have gone down well with Ofcom.
Because that was the reason they banned us. That was what the BBC reported that YouTube did.
That's what they said.
That we connected 5G and coronavirus. That's what they said.
That's
what they censored London Live with and countless other radio stations.
Well, it's one or two things to that.
That's the only thing that they censored people for, by the way.
Yeah. Well, kind of. But they censored our last interview, and the whole thrust of the last interview was there is no COVID-19, and they got rid of it. And there was an interview with Andrew Kaufman, my son Jamie went on YouTube, where he was saying that COVID-19, Dr. Kaufman had no evidence COVID-19 exists. They've never isolated it, never shown it to exist. And YouTube took that down after it reached 300,000 views. And the common denominator between that video of ours that was deleted and the Kaufman video was not 5G. It was that COVID-19 doesn't exist because he never mentioned 5G. So what I'm when you look at Ofcom is the government censor, the government regulator. It's run by a career civil servant called Melanie Dawes for British broadcasting, mainstream broadcasting. And Ofcom also is the big promoter of 5G and hands out the contracts for the 5G frequencies. And at the same time that it's doing that, promoting 5G, it is saying to mainstream broadcast media in Britain, you must not have any discussion whatsoever on any link between 5G and COVID-19. So they're telling us from that that there is a link of some kind, but it's not that 5G is creating the virus, because I say there is no virus. That's the scam. What I said about 5G is A, it can produce symptoms similar to what they say the symptoms are for COVID-19. But crucially, what I talked about, and it's worth emphasizing again, is what 5G does at 60 gigahertz. It interacts with oxygen molecules and they become absorbed. The 5G becomes absorbed into the oxygen, changes the nature of the oxygen molecules, the way electrons spin and all that stuff. And the consequence of that for humanity is that the body is unable to absorb the volume of oxygen that it normally would when 5G at 60 gigahertz is in their environment. And I've just finished a book, literally 2 days ago. It couldn't have come out at a more perfect time. And as part of that, I quote a lady called Leon Poo. She's a environmental science researcher in America. She's represented a number of organizations. And she became very interested in the effects of electromagnetic fields, all the G's, it's not just 5G, they all affect us in a negative way because, part of the body makeup is electromagnetic fields. You have electromagnetic fields around the brain. The brain communicates and processes information electrically. It communicates with the cells electrically. So anything that disturbs that is going to affect people in terms of physical health and psychological health. Anyway, the Federal Communications Commission in America, the FCC, which is owned by the cult, which is why 5G has been rolled out without any regulation and without any testing, they announced, I think it was 2016, and the guy who announced it was the head of the FCC at the time, whose previous job was as a promoter and lobbyist for the telecommunications industry that he was now supposed to be policing with the FCC. Anyway, about a year later, 2017, she was approached by a parent at a school in Texas because the kids and the staff had fallen ill with a strange illness. And it was obvious it was something to do with the school, because when they went out of the school, they felt better, to such an extent that teachers were starting to hold classes outside because people were feeling ill in the school. So she'd studied this for a long time, Leon. And so she went on the Facebook page of the school, searching for pictures that would give her any indication of any technology that was there that was pounding out something. And she saw one of these Wi-Fi router broadcast technologies, which was different to what she'd seen before. And it had a bigger grill on it, she said, and that alerted her that this could be 5G as an experiment before it was rolled out, because she said 5G generates a lot more heat and they need a lot more, to allow it to cool, the technology to cool. She said, I took screenshots of the pictures. She says, I'm glad I did, because I went in the next day and all the pictures had gone. All the pictures she looked at was gone. She then said she came across a Samsung kind of expo where they're promoting their new products. And she saw something similar, this new looking Wi-Fi router thing. And she managed to see a picture of the inside. And instead of 2 chips that she said they had before, one was 2.45, one was 5 to 5.8, I think she said, was the third one, 60 gigahertz. 60 gigahertz, the frequency which interacts and changes the nature of oxygen. And the telecommunications industry are openly talking about this 60G interaction with oxygen. Not that it stops you absorbing the optimum volume of oxygen into the body, into the blood, but because of its benefits, in that for some reason, when they play these 5G frequencies through at the oxygen interaction level, they can put lots of different beams, frequencies, in the same space that don't interfere with each other. So to them, it's great because they have what they see as the perfect frequency to use 5G on, because people can use lots of devices in the same area and there's no interference.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year is going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone. Also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?